Low ticket, high ticket, which one do I choose? Oh my God, I'm so confused. Y'all, stop overcomplicating it. Go make your money, honey. Let's talk about it. You seriously think that your money is sitting there going, I wonder if you want me to make you through low ticket? I wonder if you want me to make you through high ticket? No, here's the real question. What is the best business model for you to serve, for you to deliver your expertise, your zone of genius, share your insights, your intellect, your knowledge, and get the right people to come into the right offers to pay you? I want to share this with you. Low ticket, high ticket, even mid ticket, they all work. So in this video, I am going to break down 3 approaches that you can take right now to your business model or to just amplify your current business model. That's going to allow you to have more ease and stop overthinking. What should I charge and how should I do this and should I do that? Pick the one, as you hear me talking, pick the one that feels right, or take a combination of the 3 and make them your own. The point is, you are going to show up more powerfully, more clearly, more confidently with a business model that feels right to you. When you have an offer that you feel incredible about, amazing about, I want you to think about it, because I know you know what I'm talking about, sis. When you feel on fire with that thing, you want to talk about it. You want to shout it out from the rooftops. You want to share it with everyone. Of course, you're selling it. And of course, if that person doesn't want it, you're going to the next 5. And when those 3 buy it, you're going to the next 10. Like you just show up for it with this level of conviction and this knowing. And that's the only thing that we want to have happen here. So what is a business model? I did a whole video on that. We'll go ahead and pop it on up. But in that video, I shared with you a couple of key things I want you to keep in mind when you are creating your business model. Things like making sure that the business model is customized to you, your personal preferences, your lifestyle, your long-term goals. Also thinking about how you show up and serve and deliver best, what comes natural to you when it comes to serving clients, and a couple other things. So make sure that you go ahead and dive into that video where I really explain what a business model is. And then I've also done another video for you where I actually shared the top 3 categories of business models and offerings, I should say, that my clients have. So within this business model, what are the offers that go within them, right? So I went through 3 of the top categories of offers that my clients and I have within our business models that we have made multiple 6 figures, 7 figures from. And in this video, though, what I want to do is just break down now what are the different options you have when it comes to your business model. These are just 3 approaches. But again, I want to ground this in, my love. They all work. A combination of them could work. It's all about what works best for you. So let's go ahead and dive into the 3 approaches that you can take to build out your business model. If you are a service-based business owner, someone who has subject matter expertise that you're packaging into programs, services, digital products, speaking, consulting, coaching, courses, all of these types of things. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Just so that we're on the same page, your business model is a combination of the services, programs, packages, digital products, the other assets in your business that you offer to your clients and your customers that they come and they pay for, they come and they invest in. And that is how you generate your revenue. So it's literally an outline of all the offerings in your business, okay? AKA your money map. I actually sometimes refer to it as your monetization map. It's literally a map of how you make money in your business, of what you are selling, okay? So that's what your business model is. So you can have different types of offers and they can fit into any of these different business model approaches that I'm about to go through. And if you're watching this, you're probably a woman who already packages your expertise and your intellect and knowledge and experience into offers. So I want you to take a look. Tell me what business model approach that you've taken, right? That you notice as I'm talking. Or you may get some ideas on, you know what? I want to switch my business model, or I want to add this, or oh my goodness, what I hear from a lot of clients, I've been wanting to pivot my business model and I kind of didn't know that this was the next step or this was the option or whatever it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into the approaches now. All right, y'all, I had to switch a little bit because the sun was right coming in my face, which I'm grateful for. However, let's get back to it. So your value ladder approach, that is the most common. I feel like most people know that the value ladder term is something that's pretty common. But, just in case, I want to make sure we're all on the same page. Value ladder is exactly what it sounds like. It's literally a ladder, a ladder that builds. It goes from one step to the other step to the other step. So think about it as like this business model that literally illustrates the progression of your product products and your services, your programs, your packages that you offer to your clients and to your community members. And basically it has different price points and different levels of value, like as you go from step 1 to step 2 to step 3. So you're creating kind of like steps in your business model. Okay. And so the term value ladder really does imply that you are basically increasing the value over time. And because you're increasing the value over time, you're also increasing the level of, price point that you're charging. You're increasing the value that you are offering. So the benefits, the transformation, what it is that you do for the client, the solution, all of that is getting higher and higher as they take each step along that ladder. Now, I did talk about in, one video inside of our Monetizing Your Message playlist, I talked about the biggest mistake that I see women make. And that's basically that they won't follow the value ladder process. They will offer everything but the kitchen sink. So their level of, access to them and value and impact is super high, but their price is over here when they first start out. And that's for different reasons. That's a lot of times from a mindset standpoint. You want to, let me offer them everything. Or like, I don't know if they'll pay this price. So let me add more stuff and let me add more bonuses. And like, it's a lot of like, uncertainty or like lack of confidence or clarity. So you're just offering all the things. So the impact and the value and the access to you is really high, but the price isn't where it could really be. So then as you grow in your business, you keep trying to increase the price. But guess what? Every time you increase the price, you think that you need to also increase the level of access, the value. And you're going to get to this place where it's like, what else is there left for me to give? And that's why a lot of women get burnt out. So I shared that, example. I even had a chart in the other video, but I just summarized it for you here. And so the reason I have to say that is because when you look at your value ladder, it's going to be very, very important that you make sure that, the higher the price point is, the higher the level of access, the higher the level of transformation, the higher the level of value is that you are sharing. Now, I did also in that video talk about my standpoint on impact versus value, or impact versus access, I should say. They're all valuable. So definitely go check that video out to hear me talk more about that, because I feel that a lot of women confuse when they hear this, like, oh, so then I'm not offering value at low ticket. So if that's something that's coming up for you on that, that's definitely going to be a good video for you to go watch, and let me know if there's anything else that comes up for you. But value ladder is literally you gradually having offers, right, that are going to support them and they're going to progress through them. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and actually pull up a chart for you to see from literally inside of my coaching that I do with my clients. But I want you to take a look at that, because you are going to see there can be different levels of support. So perhaps you have a low ticket, right? That's going to be really, think about that as like the entry level of what it is that you do. So that's going to be the very, bottom of the value ladder. It's also the widest, right? So you see most of the people are going to go in there, and that's designed to literally attract potential clients and customers, to you. That's designed to initiate that relationship. And so that's like the first step of where they get to engage with you and your business and your brand, and they get to first experience the value that you have to offer. And so we do have different examples that we love to help our clients, design within their business model. So if you are an Inner Circle member for Money in the Message and you are watching this, literally, first of all, pause this, go actually watch the trainings where I help you map out, your business model, your value ladder, and to give you some specific examples. And then make sure that you share it with me in the coaching inside of the program, or just come to our call or our clinic this week so that you can get hands-on feedback and coaching, and I can support you in, this for yourself. So low ticket, sometimes this can be free or it can be a low ticket item. And first, I'm just going to go through the levels, and then we'll go through some numbers just to give y'all examples. So mid-ticket, right, then it's going to be a little bit more comprehensive, more solution, more benefits compared to the entry-level offer, right? And so it's a higher price point, but it also delivers greater value and, is more impactful for your client. And then we go into high ticket. That's going to represent the most comprehensive, the most premium, the most high value solution that you can offer in your business and your brand. Typically, it's going to be priced at an extremely premium rate. And, it's also, though, with that price point, it's also going to provide a more premium experience and customized solution, maybe some exclusivity, some benefits, right? Because that is going to justify the higher investment. And it's really oftentimes tailored and customized to the individual client's needs, right? So you can have low ticket, you can have high ticket, you can have mid ticket, something in the middle. So now let's put some numbers to this. But before I go into that, I have to tell you, The numbers are going to be super, super subjective. And this is why I really believe that your business model should be customized to you. And I believe that you should be getting some individualized coaching like I do inside of the Money in the Message Inner Circle, because these numbers, I'm just going to throw some out. I'm going to throw them out based off of where I have seen myself and my clients operate and win and have success. But I have to say this. This is going to be based off of you. There's a lot of factors that go into this. One, I don't know, are you confident to sell the price points that I'm going to share? I don't know if you have your framework where it needs to be and have the messaging that you need to actually sell some of the prices that I'm going to talk about. I don't know if you even desire and want to have these price points in your business. So there are so many different factors that I love to go into. I actually share a couple inside a video that I've done on, monetizing your message and really understanding what business models are. And so I talked about like some things to keep in mind to customize your business model. But truly, this should be something that you should be getting some individualized support on. If you are a member of the Inner Circle, like I said, make sure that you go watch the training that I already have on this. And then I want you to actually come to our call and come to our clinic this week for some actual real hands-on specific coaching tailored to you and your business model. With that being said, I'm going to go through some of the numbers from myself and some of my most successful clients so that you can kind of get some ideas. But this really is going to be subjective, okay? So first I'm going to do the high, I'm going to do low first and then medium and then high. So let's say, and I'll do like 3 different business models. Let's say on the low end for one business model, your low ticket offer is, let's say, less than $100. So maybe you have a $27 or $47, 5-day challenge or a PDF or, some type of guide or mini course or something like that. Okay. So let's say that that's less than $100. So then for that individual, if less than $100 is their low ticket, so then we may, map out, okay, so then for your mid ticket in the middle, we want to have maybe a $997 offer. So that $997 might be a 4-week course that you do, right? Or a, 6-week course that you do. It could be pre-recorded, it could be live, just depends, right? I've done both, okay? I've actually done that $997 price point in a couple of ways, right? And so I've had some be completely hands-off, a self-paced course where I've sold dozens and dozens of them in a matter of weeks. Actually, my very first $997, all the way to like having some that includes some live coaching, and then having some where it's pretty much live coaching, and it could be for like a 15-day boot camp or a 21-day boot camp or a 30 to 45-day boot camp. So they can be pre-recorded, they can be live, totally depends on you, right? So that might be that person's mid-tier offer. And then, maybe for that person, a $5,000 or maybe even a $3,000 to $5,000 offer might be considered high ticket to them. So they have a $100 or less offer, a $997 offer, and maybe a $3,000 to $5,000 offer. So for them, that could be their high ticket, and that is totally fine. I definitely see a lot of women who are in that space within the first couple years of their business as you're getting comfortable, building your confidence, building your audience, all those things. So it's nothing wrong with playing there. On the flip side, let's take a person, number 2. Maybe for person number 2, their high ticket, let's start with low ticket. Their low ticket may be less than $997. Let's just say it's $997. So remember, person number 1, their mid ticket was $997, but for this person number 2, their low ticket is $997. That's where they're starting at. So then maybe for them, their mid ticket might be $3,000 to $5,000, whereas that was what it was for the person number 1's high. Then if you go to the high ticket for person number 2, maybe theirs is like a $5,000 to $10,000 price range, right? So person number 1 didn't have anything above $5,000 versus person number 2. Now $10,000 is their high point. Okay. Now let's take person number 3. Person number 3, maybe their low ticket is $5,000. I have a client who does HR consulting, and she comes in for her VIP day, and it could be a 1 day, and they can also have 30 days of support, and it's $5,000. There is a version of it where she charges more if you want her to come on, board for the 30 days, but just the flat rate, it's $5,000 for that VIP day. Okay. And she sits with the CEOs, the CEO, the C-suite, executives, etc. Right. And so it's $5,000. That's her low point. Okay. I actually have another client, Denise, she's a book coach. Her low point is actually $6,000. Okay. Then maybe for this individual, their midpoint might be, let's say 10 to 20. So remember, $10K was the high point for person number 2. And 10K was not a point on person number one's radar at all. So in this case, maybe 10 to 20K is this person number three's mid ticket, right? Versus when we look at their high ticket, maybe their high ticket is like 20, 30,000 to about 40 to 50,000. So again, if I look at my client Denise, hers was $6,000 as her low and $30,000 as her top, right? So, I have clients who have a $1,500 course self-paced, and then they have like a $6,500 offer, and then they have like a $15,000 high offer. My love, that's why I told you this is very subjective to you. So all of these numbers are numbers that my clients have actually successfully sold before. I'm not just putting these numbers out, my clients and I. So I'm not just putting these numbers out just to put them out, but I really want you to take inventory of how you feel when I say these different numbers. What would low look like for you right now? What would medium look like for you right now? What would high ticket look like for you right now? Also give yourself permission that you're going to grow and you're going to expand, and those numbers are going to change. But in this season, what could that look like for you right now? So that's an example of the value ladder approach, is that you have offers at different levels of value, okay? Different price points. And again, low ticket, high ticket, they all work. I asked you a really good question in one of my other videos where I said, hey, I want you to think about how much money you want to make in the next 12 months, for example. So let's say if you wanted to make $100,000 in the next 12 months, or maybe for you, it's in the next 3 months. You insert whatever time you want. How many people do you need to sign at $1,000 to hit that? Okay, so at $1,000, I need 100 people to purchase that thing to hit 100K within 3 months or 12 months, whatever your timeline is, okay? Versus if you have something that is $10,000, okay, I need 10 people to purchase this $10,000 package service offer that I have to hit 100K. But if you have something that is $100, well, then you need 1,000 people to purchase that. So you do want to think about what is going to be realistic for me. What actually makes sense, okay? So we don't just want to put out numbers to put out numbers. Make sure the numbers be numbering, be mathing. Make sure they make sense, sis, for the business model that you need to support the goals that you have. All right, so that is the value ladder approach. Hey girl, hey. Okay, so I am interrupting this video because we are editing and I realize, oh my goodness, this video is long. And y'all know I be having a lot to say, so I want to make sure you get what you need from each of the methods that I go through. So we're taking this entire video and actually dividing it into a 4-part video series. So each video is going to dive deeper into one of the 3 models, plus I'm doing a bonus video where I'm going to be sharing my personal case study with you. So this is part 1 of the 4-part series, and this is where I'm going to dive into the first method, but make sure you check out the description below. If you're watching live as we're releasing these, then just hold off. Each week one will be released, but if you are watching in the future, then all videos are up, all 4 of them, and so you can check out the description and a link to each of the videos will be there. Okay, enjoy. So I definitely hit my very first 6 figures, a little bit over that for sure, using that business model. But I got to a space where I was feeling a little burnt out. I would have anywhere from about 8 to 11 one-on-one clients. And so I just was kind of like, you know what? There has to be a simpler way that I do things. And so this is the approach that I call the core offer approach.